everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to my channel, and I am looking a little rough today, so don't mind me. It is day 21 of Vlogmas, and you are probably wondering where I was yesterday. Well, my excuse for not recording yesterday was honestly because I did not feel well. I've done something to my knee, and I don't know what I've done, but it's swollen and stiff and keep wanting to collapse, and I'm having a lot of issues with it. So I spent yesterday just kind of resting with my leg propped and taking some pain pills, that sort of thing. But if it doesn't get better in the next day or two, I'm probably going to have to go see my doctor, and I'm trying to get past the holidays. So I don't know. Also, my hair is wet. I just took a shower. I had to wash my hair because the new hair cream I tried this morning I'm apparently allergic to. So I'm looking a little rough, but that is okay. Today's video is actually going to be more of an AuthorTube content video. I know I originally talked about doing my favorite Christmas movies video, but I'm skipping that because honestly, the rest of the videos I have planned for Vlogmas are more BookTube and AuthorTube content related. So I would rather do those than do a video about Christmas movies that probably really most of you guys don't care about all that much. So today we're going to talk about my 2022 writing goals, which I know I've mentioned on here a few times. I'm trying to do some AuthorTube content at least once a week during Vlogmas. So this is this week's version of AuthorTube. So there you go. All right, so my 2022 writing goals. The very first one is that I would like to do a couple videos, at least a couple videos a month that are about writing and about AuthorTube, that sort of thing. I don't have any plans on changing this channel to be a primarily AuthorTube channel because my heart is really in books and reading, and also I want to be sure to keep, I don't want to say a division between the two, but I want to make sure that authors feel comfortable coming to me with their books and having me do reading and reviewing those books. I don't ever want to come across as I'm another author, we're competing, or I'm not going to be truthful because I'm another author. I always want it to be that I love books, I love giving honest reviews to books, and I don't ever want there to be division between us. But with that being said, I'm fine with talking about what I'm doing in my writing career, which is why I'm saying that maybe I'll just do a couple videos a month and keep the majority of this channel BookTube related. So thank you guys for putting up with some of this AuthorTube content, but I enjoy it and hopefully I can find a good mix. So my goal in 2022, first one is to, again, just have a few videos a month where I talk about AuthorTube instead of just ignoring it completely. My second goal for 2022 is to finish rewriting and editing my mother's book. Lessons My Mother Taught Me came out in 2012, and this book I've talked about a few times on this channel, and most recently when I talked about my self-publishing nightmare about, I really pushed this book out way quicker than I should have. I released the book on the 1-year anniversary of my mom's passing, and the problem with it was that I was not in an emotional headspace to really write the book in the way it needed to be written. It came across very factual. It was like reading a Wikipedia article, and the reason it was that way is because I was still really mourning her passing, and I didn't want to talk about things from an emotional standpoint because oftentimes I would be crying while I was trying to write it, and it was still really, her death was really raw. There was some, disagreements going on in the family, and then when I told people I was writing a book about her, they were really funny about, well, don't put this in and don't put that in and make sure you don't tell anybody about this, and trying to really kind of control what I put in her book. And so her book is very factual but not emotional, and it's not a good representation of who my mother really was. So I would really like to make it a priority in 2022 to get that book rewritten and to get a new cover, new writing, new cover, new everything, and re-release it and have it be an actual book that I can be proud of, that really represents the mother that I love so much, rather than an embarrassment, which is what I feel like it is today. So that is high on my priority list of getting Mom's book back up for sale and getting it rewritten and in a state that I can be proud to release. The third goal for my channel is that I would like to finish writing the book that I've been working on for the last couple of years, and I've rewritten it several times because I can't quite get the voice right on it. But there is a book that I've started off calling it The Cinderella Dream, and then it was like A Cinderella Dream, and then I dropped Cinderella and I called it a totally different name. But essentially it's like a royalty type romance, and then I decided, well, I don't want to do royalty, I'll make it mafia, because I've been writing mafia for a year. So that's what I did during NaNoWriMo, and I'm realizing that the royalty thing was right the whole time, but I've been having a hard time finding a voice for it. And one of the reasons why is because I was going back and forth on, do I want to be a clean author? Do I want to get closed door scenes? Do I want to do light sex scenes? Do I want, where does my book fit? And I finally, at the end of NaNoWriMo, came to the conclusion that, like, I don't like writing naughty bits. I shouldn't have to write naughty bits. I can write a romantic love story that's just as intriguing, that hasn't got the naughty bits in it. And instead of pushing myself to create characters that are overly sexualized and raunchy on every other page to compete with all these popular romance authors out there, what I need to do is write the story that's in my head and write the story that I feel good about writing. So I'm going to turn off my competitor voice in my head and concentrate on writing the story that I know I love, that I know I want to write, and shut up and write the book. Because I actually have a trilogy planned around this book and around these characters that I've created, and I've been trying so hard to make them like what will sell rather than what do I want to write. And so that's been my biggest holdup. So I would like to finish that book and finally get it at least down on paper, because once it's fully written, then if I need to go back and change, I can. But I need to get it down on paper instead of just having it sit on a spreadsheet that's never written. My next goal for 2022 is, this is going to sound funny, but I have a couple children's books in the works that I actually have had opportunity from a couple of angles. I have a friend who was willing to do illustrations for us to self-publish the children's book. I also, at one point, and this is terrible, at one point I queried a different book, not the same book. I queried a book, got it accepted, and then backed out of the deal, which was a stupid idea, a really stupid thing. And then I had one that I queried, got accepted, and during COVID they pulled out the deal themselves. Long story short, I've had several children's books come along that I've had opportunity to publish, but I didn't publish because I was always like, I don't know what I want there's so many things I want to write. I don't know where my author voice fits, because I like to write under my real name, and I've talked about why I'm thinking of pen names, but then it's like, well, I want to write nonfiction, memoir type things, but then also children's books, but then where do my romance books fit? Because I don't want to be like Mary Ellen Quigley, who has 5 genres going and no one knows what you write. So trying to figure out how to organize that. But I do have some children's books that I've queried in the past and had some interest in that I've just like not gone anywhere with because I've chickened out last minute. I need to quit being a chicken and go for it and get those out. And I also love the idea of doing one that was self-published with my friend who does illustrations, because I think it would be really cool to do a project with him. But yeah, that's something that's just kind of on. It's like, quit being chicken and just like write the children's book. But again, I need to figure out like, do I want to do? Pen name? I don't know, you guys. It's hard when you're doing multiple things. I guess I need to get on AuthorTube and see how some other authors handle writing multiple genres and multiple things, because I obviously wouldn't want like a child picking up a romance novel because it's the same author. That would be really bad. So I have to figure that out. And my last goal for 2022 is just to start loving writing again. I spent so much time allowing mistakes in the past to really kind of ruin my enjoyment of writing, to ruin my confidence in my writing, and to really kind of put myself in this box and say, well, I guess I'm not very good at it, so I'm not going to do it anymore. I had a really bad self-publishing experience, as you all know, because I talked about it, and I really allowed that to sour my feelings on writing. And I really want to let go of a lot of the past and really focus on, this is something you love, this is something that's enjoyable, this is something that could be a good future, I would say like a future stress reliever project, a side project, whatever, that I'm not allowing to really come to fruition because of fear. And so I want to let go of the fear and get back into the love of writing. I also would like to interact more with other authors here on YouTube. Even though my channel is a booktube channel, I think I still want to be interacting with others on AuthorTube, because you guys are such a great community on here for the most part. And yeah, I think that's really my goal for 2022. So kind of a short video, just kind of letting you guys know my thoughts on everything and where I'm at. But what are some of your writing goals for 2022? What are you hoping to accomplish that you haven't accomplished this year? And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 22 of Vlogmas, where I'm going to talk about my most anticipated releases of 2022. Books, books, books. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.